Hi everyone. So I wanted to make this video because I recently, almost actually about a year ago, found out that I am diabetic, type 2 diabetic. And the reason that I found out that I was diabetic is because I went to the doctor. I had been experiencing some pain in my arms and I didn't know why. It was lasting like over 3 weeks. So I made an appointment with my doctor and I asked my doctor to run some tests after doing a little bit of Googling and thinking it could possibly be neuropathy from diabetes. So at this point, I was not diagnosed with diabetes, and so I asked my doctor to run some blood tests, and my doctor was a little hesitant and said, why do you think you're diabetic? You're too young to be diabetic and you're not overweight. And I said, well, I'm concerned because both of my parents are diabetic and my sister's diabetic and it runs in my family. So I insisted that she run some blood tests. And so she eventually agreed to, but in the meantime, she said, I think you pinched a nerve, and she gave me some pain medication to deal with pinching a nerve, which there were no tests run. So for nerve pinching, or for pinching my nerve, so I just decided not to take the pain meds that were prescribed to me. Anyways, a few days later, a different doctor called me back and confirmed that I did in fact have diabetes. My AC1 was 7.1, and I asked my family members and they were like, well, that's not that bad. And I think that they were just trying to make me feel better, because afterwards I was trying to talk with my doctor about what I should eat. And the doctor said, I don't know. I think that I've heard vegan diets work really well. He did suggest I go to a class about diabetes, but at that point I was so frustrated with my doctor for just saying that I probably don't have diabetes and trying to push for a test without having my doctor say, let's just run some tests to rule it out. And then the answer of, I don't know what you should eat. You should maybe do some research through a class. So with all that frustration, I decided to take matters into my own hands and do research and try and figure out what I should be eating. And I was met with like so much conflicting information. It was wild. I was researching eating a carnivore diet, or don't eat meat, eat a plant-based diet, eat vegetarian, fast, don't fast, fasting is bad for women, intermittent fasting. There's so many different ways to go about it that it is really confusing and frustrating. And with that, I decided that I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to deal with it. It was frustrating. I spent 3 months eating like low carb, protein, and like healthy fats like coconut and avocado, and really like staying away from carbs like they were the devil. And I lost a lot of weight actually doing that. And I didn't want to bother with testing my blood sugars all the time because I was frustrated with the idea that I had to. So I was just like, I'm just going to eat this specific way and I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just stay away from carbs. I'll stay away from sugar. And so that restrictive diet eventually didn't work because I got stressed out at a family event that happened, and I just emotionally ate a bag of chips. And then from there, I never went back to eating in any kind of way that was mindful. I was just, I have diabetes, I'm aware of it, but I'm going to pretend like I don't have it. I'm not going to test. I'm not going to eat a specific way. I'll try and eat healthier, but if I don't, then I'm not going to worry about it. And so I didn't, but in the back of my head knew it was something that I did eventually have to deal with. And so lately, I've been really frustrated with myself because I've been really fatigued and tired, and I haven't been going to the doctor, and I haven't been taking care of myself. And so I'd like to be more consistent. I want to hold myself accountable, and I don't want to just randomly eat whatever, especially if I'm like having like a stressful moment. I don't want to just put something in my body just because I'm feeling stressed. So I'm done with pretending, and I'm choosing to stick to a specific way of eating and also track those effects on my body. So not just choosing a way of eating, and then tracking it and seeing how that works. So I have a doctor's appointment coming up. Okay, so with all of the different diets that you can choose from and specific ways of eating, I have decided to go with the glycemic index diet. And this is a book that was written actually a while ago. I don't really know the date, but I've had this book for a while. And it breaks down food into green, yellow, and red. Like green being, eat as much as you want, yellow being eat sparingly, and red being, don't eat ever, or like if you ever do have it, it's like occasional. I like the fact that it breaks everything down into color codes. This is not diabetic specific, so I wanted to be really clear about this. I am starting somewhere with a balanced diet to see how eating this way affects my blood sugar and my overall health. So I think it's really important to talk to your doctor, to get blood work, to find out what specifically works for you. I want to see if this works for me. With all of the advice out there, I guess the best advice would be to do your own testing. The schedule that I'm going to test my blood sugar is kind of going to be intense for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be 8 times a day, and thankfully right now, luckily, I have the time to do it. I have the next 2 weeks available to just focus on this. It's really important to me to focus on my health, so I wanted to take the time to do that. And I realized that that is not necessarily easy for everybody, and so that's why I wanted to share with you my tracking system, like what I'm going to do. I have a tracker that I've created. I'm going to use the One Touch Vero Reflect to sync my meter with my phone, so I can see like that, like the trends. And the other thing is I am going to write it down. I have a tracker below that I've linked, that I've created, so it's easy to track your mood, it's easy to track your blood sugar, it's easy to track what you're eating and how many times a day you're eating and the spaces between. So I have that linked below. You can download that. That's a free resource that I'm going to use for myself, and I hope you do too. I hope it's helpful. And the other thing that I am starting is an accountability group. So if you are looking for some accountability to take charge of your own health, and whatever diet that you are working with either your doctor or you're doing your own experiments, at least this tracker will help you. It'll help you have a clearer picture, so when you go to your doctor, you have information and data to work with. I think that that's always important, to be able to have the data for yourself, because no one's going to take care of you like you are. And that's what I'm realizing is, you need to be able to hold yourself accountable, but also have like people that are supportive as well. So I have that accountability group that's going to start in August. I'm really excited about it because I want the accountability. I want to share a space so other people can get accountability for themselves as well. So if that sounds good to you, the link's going to be below to sign up. It is $1 or a pay what you can situation. And the reason is because I feel like if you have some skin in the game, even if it's just a small amount, you're more likely to show up. And I think showing up is important. So I will ask $1 for you to show up for this group. It's going to be once a week, every Thursday at 6 p.m. So I hope you can make it. I'm going to make another video on how to use the One Touch tracker. I think I mentioned that a little earlier, and that'll be linked in the videos. And then the other thing is not only just how to use it, I'm going to share with you like my results after 2 weeks, and what I make of those results. And then I'm going to share with you after I go to the doctor in 2 weeks, and let you know what my doctor is recommending based on the data that I share with them. And this time I'm choosing to work with my doctor, and if I'm finding that I'm not jiving with my doctor, to at least find a doctor that will listen to my concerns. So I hope that information is helpful, and I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration to start to track your own health, and know that you can do this. It's sometimes hard to change habits. Even for myself, I want to snack all the time. I'm like, I'm bored, or I don't want to finish this video, or I don't want to like do the research or whatever it is, and I go and snack instead. I don't know if anybody else has habits like that, but for me, that's a habit. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.